What's good with the YouTube? You already know Big Flocker with the convict's perspective, and I'm gonna smash, dash, slide on through that little bit of energy. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things that help support the algorithm, as well as hit that bell notification for future fire content. So check it out, man. We're gonna go into this real quick, and we're gonna talk about, there was a case back around, was it 2005, 2006, where one James Morado, Tibbs' wife, was actually killed at this time, as we already know. Crystal Morado. Okay, she was found on Pacheco Pass, body dead. Okay, now there's been a lot of different things that have been said over the last few years as far as why she was killed. The media said that she wanted to leave the gang lifestyle and whatnot. None of that is true at all. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is we've had the recent incident with what occurred over there in Goshen, and the discussion has been about women and so forth, and families are off limits. And families are off limits unless they are deeply involved, right? And become a liability. And that's exactly what this woman, Crystal, became as far as in the eyes of her beloved husband. He's passed away, so I can speak a little bit about it. I'm going to omit out some names. Those that are in the know will know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about the details surrounding about who, what, where, when, why, as far as the murder. That's something for the investigators. They've been looking into that for 16 years, 18 years. They already pretty much have all the details as far as what occurred. But I'm going to talk about why. Okay. Now, Crystal, she was very young, beautiful young woman, right? Got plugged in by a mutual friend of hers into communicating with Tibbs, and they ended up getting married. And that was always one of Tibbs' downfalls, was women, they said. Okay. Now, what ended up happening was this. Okay. Crystal was still young. Okay. She was out there at that time requesting work from the regiment, believe it or not. You know what I mean? Using her general's wife status to get provided work. Now, in lieu of this, she was also a drug addict. She started to use dope, right? Was getting herself in debt with her and another female friend. I'm not going to say this female's name. Everybody knows, one of her OG friends. And in spite of that, what ended up happening is they ended up owing the regiment money. She did. It was Crystal that was getting the dope from the regiment. So what they started to do they started to do Backpage. Crystal was basically escorting herself out to pay the debt that she owed to the regiment, right? Not only was that occurring, but she was also seen in opposition, believe it or not. She started to date a Southsider on the down low as her Sancho. So combine all this with what she was doing on Backpage, you started to hear different rumblings. Everybody knew what was going on out there in the streets. Now, there was also another female that they were out there looking for at one time that they requested her to locate. Okay. She refused to do this. This was her friend. That was the final straw. Okay. So with all these issues that she had going on, she was having random dudes go over to the motel she was at, smoking dope. Basically a trap spot. And these were things that were not only beneath a general's wife, but just something that they didn't want to have association with. You know what I'm saying? That she had the need to sit there and do Backpage to pay off a debt to the regiment, off work that she requested. Now, in addition to that, she was using her husband's name out there in the streets. Like the one friend, they ended up finding her vehicle burnt, the friend that they were looking for, and never found her. It was found in the field, burnt up. I think it was an SUV, I believe. And they never found her. You know what I'm saying? This is how deep these issues got. Now, from there, Crystal, before that, though, was using her husband's name to sit there and get people passes to get what she wanted. And she thought that she was someone, how do you say it? She thought she was in a paparazzi on the streets of Salinas. You know what I'm saying? But in turn, all she was doing was basically getting tricked out. You know what I'm saying? As far as she had dudes coming over, fucking getting her high on dope, getting them high, random people, running the trap spot, everything that would be beneath that of a general's wife. Therefore, she became a liability. And when she refused to acknowledge the order to locate a friend of hers that they needed to deal with, that was it. You know what I'm saying? That's where everything was put in motion, and she ended up being killed. So that's why we say, when it comes to people's wives, mothers, sisters, or whatnot, yes, you know what I'm saying, they're off limits when it comes to if they're innocent bystanders to what's going on. But if they are involved and they become a liability, which threatens the overall household, their security out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Then, hey, they're going to have to deal with it. Because who knows what she was telling people? Who knows what she was fucking sitting there pillow talking? Who knows what she was saying? And the fact that she was out there pulling tricks to pay for a debt, they had no other alternative than to deal with her. Now, that's not to say that I support any type of violence or anything or promote it. I'm just saying these were the grounds for why they did it. You know, they say that, think about it, in the media, the newspapers at the time when it happened, they said that she was trying to walk away from that life, didn't want to do nothing no more. That is not true. That's false information. You know what I'm saying? They tried to build her up into something that she wasn't. Now, I'm not trying to speak bad about her. You know, she was just a young female that got involved in the mix that didn't know what she was getting herself into. But once she was there, she tried to take advantage of it. She thought that this would give her basically a hood pass anywhere she went. You know what I'm saying? Which in a lot of senses, it would have. If she would have acted in accordance to just fucking limiting what she did, what she said, and the people she involved herself with. You know? I mean, think about that. That's a tarnished mark upon anybody that when their wife's out there doing these movidas. So she got herself into something that was way above her head and didn't think of what the consequences were going to be. I mean, as simple as that. And she had a lot of relationships also with a lot of the homeboys out there that she could have put herself in a position to where she could have got these dudes crossed up at any given time. And that's the thing about females at times, right? They've always been the potential worst breach in security. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that there hasn't been solid ones. Of course there was, you know what I mean? Pinky's wife, she fucking took it on the chin like it was nothing, you know what I mean? You got to respect that. But there's been others, though, that were involved in the mix. They got caught up and didn't keep it solid. You know what I'm saying? And that's always something that you always have to put it into play anytime you have these situations. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, Bill, is because of the ghosting incident. What are grounds? When should it happen? Now, from a gang perspective, what happened was supposed to happen. From a moral compass, as a man today, and even as a man back then, I would have probably wanted to bypass it. I would have looked at the risk and reward from doing it, and if it was really worth it. Now, apparently nobody got caught for it. You know, the law enforcement they know who did it, but they can't prove it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth of it, but I'm not going to go into details about that. There's just no way to prove who did it, but they kind of have an idea. You know what I'm saying? They've tripped over every fucking stone over these last 18, 20 years. Tips passed away, so it's probably going to become an issue that's no longer really relevant to talk about. But the reason why I'm talking about today is because of the Ghost Massacre. You know what I'm saying? If you involve yourself in the mix, whether you are male or female, it doesn't matter. Even if you have a small portion of the part, you can get caught up just like that, whether it be an indictment or your life. That's why I said with the Ghost incident, what happened is a fucking terrible thing. So if those that are out there in the mix, don't fucking shit where you lay your head. Because when you do that, not only do you welcome opportunities by those that may be your opposition, but by fucking law enforcement. You know what I mean? You know, this is exactly what happened. You know, Crystal was out there doing her thing. And it was made herself look real bad. And she thought that she had enough pull that her husband was going to sit there and back her play. But no, that's not how it worked out. Same thing with this Goshen incidents, other incidents. You know, the last option is to have to deal with anybody that's not in the mix as men. You know what I'm saying? But a woman's not going to get in the way or become a liability or breach of security. And if they do present themselves, this is how it's going to be dealt with. So everybody's had questions of what happened. This is what happened. This is why she got hit. It had to do with a variety of reasons. You know what I'm saying? She was doing all that. She was, like I said, she was secretly seeing a Southsider that was, you know what I'm saying, from out that way. She was, like I said, she was on back page, prostituting herself out. You know what I'm saying? And she was fucking having a trap spot where the lowest of the lowest, the totem pole, were going over there just utilizing her to get fucking high and whatnot, man. And this is life that she was living. And that's not the expectations or desires of anybody who's supposed to be ENF General's fucking wife. Anyways, this is your boy Flacco, Convict's Perspective. It's Sunday, so I figured I'd do something a little bit different, man. Hope everybody has a positive day. Keep on striving. Keep on being an inspiration, man. And take care and stay safe.